Hi there, I'm Roz Crowley and you're very welcome back to my kitchen. I'm here on behalf of the Irish Examiner to show you how to make the simplest chocolate mousse cake. It's a really delicious one, very luxurious but very simple to make from just 3 ingredients. We need just 175 grams of dark chocolate, 175 grams of caster sugar and 5 eggs. And we're just going to separate those eggs now because we're going to add the egg white in later once we've beaten up the egg yolks. Okay, so we'll just take the 5th egg now and separate it very easily, just from one shell to the other. If you prefer to run the egg white through your hands, if you're worried about breaking the egg yolk, do it that way. This is just the way I've always done it. There we go. Now that's 5 eggs there, and I'm putting in 175 grams of caster sugar I've already measured, and that's our process. Now, there we go. And we'll put it on to whisk for a few minutes. We want these to go nice and pale, and then we'll know we're ready for the egg whites and the chocolate. Now just while that's doing, I'm going to melt some chocolate. I have it here. It's the 175 grams of chocolate. I like these particular discs. I got those from the chocolate shop in the English market. They melt very easily and the texture is very good. So I'm putting that into the microwave, but you can do that over a bowl of hot water if you like. There we have our melted chocolate. It's beautifully silky. Sometimes, you know, there's a little one mightn't melt quite as quickly as another, and just mush it in a little bit. Now I'm going to put that down there and add 2 tablespoons of water that has just come off the boil, and mix it in. 1, 2, and I'm going to add that fairly quickly to the egg mixture before it starts to harden again, because the chocolate will actually reform into its shape if we don't act quickly. Adding now the chocolate and water mixture into the egg yolks and sugar, and we let them beat just for a couple of minutes. Now that's the kind of texture we're aiming for, all just nicely blended in and silky. Now I've just been whisking those egg whites for about 40 seconds and they're becoming really nice and fluffy and holding their own shape. I'll just give it another about 5 seconds and I'll be ready then to add it into the chocolate. There we are, ready to go now. Now what I'm going to do is just take a tablespoonful of it. I'm sure you've seen that on other cooking programs, so that you can loosen out the mixture and then you won't have to beat the egg whites, the rest of them, in so hard. So I'll give that a quick whisk. Lovely. And we'll just add the rest in. I'm going to take the bowl off here now so that you can see it a little bit better. And we'll mix it around. There we go. Now you see the egg white, look at how stiff they are, right? Good shape. And I'm going to fold with the metal spoon so that the mixture is kept nice and light. Just a nice big movement, no beating down, just keep it nice and easy. But you know, don't stress about it, it does have to be mixed in properly. So that's the object of the exercise, but keep as light a hand as you possibly can. There we go. I think that's ready to go. You see, we'll just get rid of all the white chunks. But if you come across the white chunk as you put it into the tin, just mix it around a little bit even in the tin. There we go. Now make sure your oven temperature at this stage is at 180 degrees, that is gas 4 or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. You may need to set your oven at the beginning of the whole preparation time. Now the other thing is we must prepare our tins, and I've cut some greaseproof paper the shape of these little heart tins, which are very happy. There are all sorts of heart-shaped tins around the place. I saw a nice red moulded one in Aldi for half nothing, and they're very good to use. You can brush this with the brush if you like, but I'm doing it with my fingers. And this is a little bit of oil, and it will make your life very easy when it comes to unmoulding the mixture, the cooked cakes later. So there we are with those. It's as simple as that. Just set your greaseproof on top of that. Can you see that? And there we are, ready now for the mixture to go into the tins. You can see that there. Just divide the mixture between the two tins as evenly as you can. That is not difficult. Okay, here they are, going into the oven for just 15 minutes at 180 degrees. So now we're going to see if this is ready. We've got our lovely mixture. Now look at that. The top is cracking a little bit. That doesn't bother me at all. Let's just feel what it's like. Oh yeah, that's lovely, and it's just coming slightly away from the edge of the tin. A beautiful result, I would call that. Now we have our two cooled down cakes, our heart shapes, and we're going to just decorate whatever way we fancy. Now today I've chosen to sandwich them with some nice black cherries which came out of a can. I would choose raspberries when they were in season, but I really don't like to have them in February. They're not at their best. So you could even put jam of any kind. You could even put a marmalade if you'd like that mixture with chocolate. Then I'm going to put a little bit of cream with it as well, just to lighten it up. And I'm going to put the cream mainly on top, and we'll decorate that in a few minutes. I'll just put the top on very simply, no need to press it down. And I'm going to, in this instance, I'm going to cover it with cream. It'll be very easy to make a very nice chocolate icing, which I have put on my blog at rozcrowley.com for just that little bit of extra information. It's a very nice icing made with chocolate and honey, and I think you'll make it, you'll find it's got a lovely glossy finish. Okay, so I'm just putting the finishing touches to the cake. I put a fresh flower in the center, which I think looks kind of pretty, and I'm putting little groups of 3 chocolate, pure chocolate hearts here to finish it off. Now if you want the full recipe for this cake, it'll be in the Examiner Feelgood section on Friday the 8th of February, and it'll be online as well on the Examiner website or on my own blog, rozcrowley.com. Now there you are, there's the finished result. I hope that 2 of you at least are going to enjoy this and have a happy Valentine's Day or any other celebration that you choose to cook it for. All the best.